Rest holds over with everybody. Now we need to start talking about Money in the Bank, and we're joined by Drew White.
Hi.
He's enthusiastic tonight.
Oh
We are going to
yeah.
talk about Money in the Bank now, and we're going to go through all of the matches, even the ones that I fucking forgot existed, because meh for those matches. But
Meh.
we're going to start off with a good one here: the Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso versus Luke Harper and Erick Rowan match for the Tag Team Championship. Usos defeated the Wyatt family, and I thought that this was actually one of the best matches of the night. I liked this match a whole lot, and I really would like to see more of these two teams facing off against each other. But now that this match happened, and I was expecting the Wyatt family to win, and the Usos, I think, actually are the responsibility for why this ended up being a good match. Now, I don't want to see the Usos drop the titles. Now I want to see them keep them for however long it needs to be. I don't know who they would drop it to, but I don't want to see Harper and Rowan with the titles anymore. I think you can get away with not doing it. So let's go around here. What did you guys think of the match? What do you think is going to happen with the tag titles? And is this feud going to continue or what? Drew, let's start off with you. What do you think?
Well, when it comes to like the whole title situation, I think it shows that the fact that the Usos did hold the title, or like retain the title with all that backing that the Wyatts have been having as recent, shows that how much WWE actually cares about the Usos at this point. Makes them look like a real threat. I wouldn't be surprised if they, hold the titles for maybe a few more months. Maybe make it into the Hell in a Cell stuff. I don't know if it actually happened, but that's something that I think would be interesting. But when it comes to the match, yeah, like you said, it was a very good match. I don't remember much of the match off the top of my head, but I do recall that my friends who I was watching it with were like, this is actually pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, because wrestling can be good. So yeah, see, so there you go. That's my memory of knowing that the match was good because people were telling me it's good. So yeah, it was a good match.
Lego?
I haven't given a fuck about the Usos title reign ever since they blew off the finish with their feud with the New Age Outlaws. I'm still cynical about it, so fuck them.
Really?
Oh, yeah, the Wyatt family should have won. Honestly, what have they done, though, since they've won the titles?
They've been having really good matches, I think.
No,
Okay,
they've been John Cena's
okay.
aide.
They've had really good matches against anyone in any feuds that's mattered. I don't even fucking remember, like, half the title defenses, if any of them. I
Neither do I.
really, I really couldn't give a crap. At least if they was on the Wyatt family, they'd be on two guys that at least are drawing and having some interest in them. And honestly, the best thing would have been to have all three members of the Wyatt family leave that program with the belts.
Hmm.
So Wago, are you not so crazy?
And I fucking hate that pun.
I think it's okay.
Fucking, of
It's
course you do.
not my
Probably
favorite.
came up with it.
Miguel, Usos, and Wyatt family, what do you think about this match?
I didn't see it. I didn't see the whole pay-per-view. I was working, but I am happy that the Usos retain their titles because that means points for me. It's amazing to see how far the Usos have gotten, considering there was a long period back in I think like 2012 or 2013 where they just weren't doing anything, and now they're one of the hottest tag teams out there. And the fact that they were able to go over this long proves it. From what I'm hearing, I've heard that they want to hold on. They want to have the Usos hold on to it for the soon to be debuting Ascension tag team from NXT. I'm okay with that because honestly, I don't think the Wyatt family needs the titles. I think they're hot right now without them. In fact, I think they can probably go without winning the titles for a while now. So I'm okay with that. If they were going to put the belts on them, it probably would have been at this point. They've already beaten them, so why keep the feud going? It's just basic wrestling logic. So I'm all right with it. I like the Usos. I think they're the fans love them, so it's best for business.
Peyton, what do you think about this? Was this a missed opportunity? Should the Wyatt family have won?
No, I don't think so. Wyatt family's doing very well for themselves without titles on them. They're doing their own thing. There's no need to cross those over. You could have the Wyatts doing whatever they're doing and have whatever the tag team division is doing for those titles. Usos themselves, I think, have done a fantastic job. And this match, they displayed it once again. And Harper and Rowan were no slouches either. I think they were firing on all cylinders, as they have been for the last number of matches they've had. They've really stepped up their game since this point last year, or whenever they debuted compared to now. Those guys are really starting to step out onto their own, and I think also what they're doing by giving them their own unique entrance now I loved that first shot when they were coming out from behind the curtain, and you saw one of them go to the right and one of them go to the left, and it had like this fisheye lens effect to it. Oh, it was so cool. And they could build off that. The song is significantly better than what they had on Monday night.
Oh, Jesus God, that was terrible.
I kind of like it. It had some slide guitar to it. It was pretty twangy. It was cool. I dug it. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think they could still build it, maybe build into another Mark Crozer original of some kind if they want to work with him again. As far as the titles, keep them on the Usos. They're doing good, and there's only one tag team that I could really see taking them off. And Miguel said their name. That's the Ascension. Those guys are just tearing ass down in NXT. They've been the champions down there for almost a year themselves, and it's time for them. They're ready to come up. So have them come up. I would say beat the Usos on their debut and have them run roughshod over what's becoming a very lucrative tag team division right now. I mean, you got Ryback, you got Goldust and Stardust, you got Harper and Rowan, you got tons of tag teams also being developed down there in NXT now. I mean, you got Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore back together. You got the Vaudevillains, who are just awesome. So it's good to be in tag team wrestling again right now.
So now, if the Ascension comes up and they win the tag team titles, what do you guys think? Should they do the same situation as what they did with Paige, where she is still the champion, wins it, and then gets rid of the NXT one, or do they drop it before they do that? And if they drop it, who do they drop it to?
They would have to drop it before coming up, and at this point, I would say the Vaudevillains.
You know what? That I would only have them drop the belts if they got them off of NXT. I don't understand from a storyline perspective why Paige couldn't be the NXT champion and the Divas champion, especially since they still had Paige down there wrestling on certain days. So I would only take the titles off the Ascension if they were actually going to get them off of the NXT roster. Otherwise, it just makes no sense.
Drew, Wago, do you guys have any opinion about that?
Nah, that ain't me.
I say keep them down in the NXT until... I don't know. I really don't care about the Ascension.
All right, guys, tell us what you think, what should happen with that, and your thoughts about this match, and the same thing for all the other matches that we're going to go through. In the next one, we're going to talk about the Divas Championship, so that NXT situation is a little bit more clear when that comes to that. And we're going to roll along here and do the rest of them one by one, so stay tuned.